how many of you have been asked this Christmas season to donate to some kind of charity so far? Okay. And then have you donated to that charity?
Not yet.
Not yet. That's okay. So, when we are asked to donate to some charities, sometimes you feel that responsibility in wanting to help the less fortunate. Or those of you who don't donate, maybe you just don't donate because you're too poor or something. No, I do know. I'm just kidding. But actually, I feel like I shouldn't donate to those charities either. In fact, my purpose today for this speech is to convince you to stop donating to those charities. And many of you will say, why? A little goes a long way in donating, and there are credible charities out there to donate to as well. There's even a charity that encourages you to donate. It's the lifeyoucansave.org charity. They say you don't need $10,000 to make a difference in someone's life. In developing countries, even just a few US dollars could result in a week's worth of meals for a starving child. Often the money can go a lot further elsewhere in the world. And my only question to these points are, how can we know that our money is 100% going to those needy children? And the answer is, we can't, unless we physically fly over there and give it to them ourselves. So there is a way that we can do that and be more personable in that donating, and it's called volunteering. And I've done a lot of volunteering in my life, and I have done some research about what's the difference between donating and volunteering and which one is more effective. And I found that we should start volunteering more rather than donating, because we know that our complete donation doesn't solely go to the person in need, and volunteering is more effective both to the giver and to the receiver. So let's first talk about where our donations are going when we donate. So as I was doing my research, I found this really cool website called Charity Navigator, and it's great because it tracks any charity that you look up, and it tracks the expenses that were made and the percentage of donations of the donations that you give and where they go, and then also a percentage that goes to the CEOs and the general workers. And so what I found from this website as I was researching different charities was that the majority of the donations do go to the needy, and a small percentage goes to the workers. However, that small percentage, let's say it's 0.02%, that's still over $500,000 that goes to the workers. And so really that dollar that you donate to those charities, that isn't necessarily going to the needy. That could be going to a worker's wage instead. So you don't really know where your donation is going because of that. So now let's move over to volunteering and how that's more effective. Specifically, I'm going to talk about now how it's effective to the giver. Dr. Jennifer Siegel wrote an article about volunteering and its benefits. And two benefits from her article that I want to mention are how volunteering builds a resume and how it helps fight mental disorders. So these are two benefits that the giver has in volunteering. So with building a resume, if you're considering a new career, volunteering can help you get experience in your area of interest and meet people in the field. Even if you're not planning on changing careers, volunteering gives you the opportunity to practice important skills used in the workplace, such as teamwork, communication, problem solving, project planning, task management, and organization. So that's really important too. I've definitely seen that those qualities that come from volunteering and real life experiences really help us in anything that we do, whichever career it might be. So it's very versatile. And then it also helps, volunteering also helps if you have a mental disorder as well. Dr. Jennifer Siegel says that volunteering and helping others can help reduce stress, combat depression, and keep you mentally stimulated and provide a sense of purpose. Giving in even simple ways can help others and those in need improve your health and happiness. So lastly, volunteering is a sacrifice. too. But this sacrifice helps build your character. Says Anne Buzel on volunteering is worth your time. She says, spending all your time thinking about your concerns, your stresses, and your plans is exhausting, and it feeds selfishness. The only reliable method of destroying selfishness is sacrificing your interests, which includes your time, to the interests of other people. Since friends and family won't always need support, community service provides a more constant opportunity to break selfish habits and become a better person. And so we can see all the benefits that volunteering now has on us when we give to others. You know, it helps us be less selfish. It even helps us in our workplaces with volunteering, and it helps us look outside ourselves. And now the effects that volunteering has on the receiver. Obviously, this is the first thing that we think of in volunteering. We do it because we want to help other people. And then, so I found some research done by lifeyoucansave.org. They said, you know, we don't live in a perfect world, and there's never going to be a perfect time to give, but there's always people out there in need of help. So whether the economy is in doldrums, or even if you're experiencing financial difficulties of your own, the reality is that when you donate your time, you help others who need it the most. And I've experienced this for myself too. I remember a couple Christmases ago, my family was volunteering at a soup kitchen, and I was pretty young, so I wasn't trying to talk a lot with those that we were giving food out to, but I remember this one guy who was there, and he was just so thankful for everything we were doing. He just said thank you to every single person. He tried to have a conversation with them, and he decided to have a conversation with me and my brother, and I was a little taken aback. But he gave us these movie posters, and I think he just wanted to give something in return to us as a thank you for us giving to him. And I think that, you know, this volunteering that we do has an effect on those that we give to as like a domino effect. You know, we give, and then they have a desire to give as well. And so it just continues to have that effect on people of serving and genuine love for each other. And so volunteering we see now is more personable now than donating. Donating, there's a middleman there, where you're not really sure where your services are going to, and you don't have that personal connection with someone. So it's clear that we should be volunteering more than donating, because we know that that complete donation doesn't solely go to the person in need. And volunteering is more effective to both the giver and to the receiver. So I hope you all can be more encouraged now to look forward opportunities to volunteer this year rather than donate. Thank you.